So if you're just joining us, go ahead and put in the chat what you're grateful for today. What is filling your soul with that song of gratitude? Go ahead and put in the chat. And I think our Facebook friends are live. Let me just mute while I test the audio. Okay, looks like we are live on Facebook. So I love all the comments. Grateful for our freedom to choose the life we want. Awesome. Terry had a successful Reclaim Your Health event last Saturday. Fantastic. Okay, so let me see if this works. I've had mixed luck with videos, so be patient with me here as I share my screen. Okay, so this is prepping for the Reclaim Your Health event. So we were setting up tables, setting up samples, putting cups and pitchers at all the tables, putting out the fiber. We made a bajillion shakes, putting out the MetaPower. We made some Epsom salts with Serenity. We had a fun little Deep Blue activity. This was by far the most interactive doTERRA event I've ever been to. We were trying all the products. We were making all the DIYs. It was literally like 10 DIYs in one night. So then the event started. We had Laura Jacobs leading out, and Dr. Osgathorpe showed up, and he did a section. So grateful for the amazing people over doTERRA. We also had Mike Mengelson show up, Megan Wooten. These are from corporate. Mike helped, well, all these people, also Lauren Bush, all these people helped create the amazing assets, you know, the PowerPoints, the videos, the flyers, and it was fantastic. So here's some more shots. We had some of the cool products on display with the pips, really focusing on the new products, and just dove deep into the science. But here's some of the DIY action. So we took some Shinrin Yoku and mixed it with lotion and had so much fun. So that's a quick little recap of our Reclaim Your Health event last night. Good news is we are doing it again. So save the date, November 14th, which is a Tuesday evening. We'll be doing another Reclaim Your Health event here in our house, our event center. But if you're not local, please make the effort to get to a Reclaim Your Health event and get your people there. The offers that they make are off the hook. Like, I've never seen more freebies, more discounts. I believe the offer to get the convention kit with everything, you save like $250. It was unreal. So if you like a bargain, if you like DIYs, if you like to connect with your team and just have so much fun, get to a Reclaim Your Health event. Mike Mengelson was also showing me photos of other events around the country, and same thing. They're just great turnouts, really great energy. They're having such good turnouts and results from these events. So get to a Reclaim Your Health event for sure. Okay, fantastic. Well, yeah, that's my coaching for today, is get back into live events. They work better than ever, and doTERRA is bringing it on their end and giving us all the support we need. The videos, the PowerPoints were so good. Oh, I took a photo. We did a guided meditation around the Shinrin Yoku. And so we smelled the Shinrin-yoku, and then we did this 12-minute video that doTERRA provided, and it was so fun. It was, I talked to a couple people, and it was definitely their highlight. So let me just share a picture of that meditation. So we had the sparkly lights up on the scene going. You know, we took down the bright lights. We had the tree in the corner all lit up, and it was just magical. You know, with Shinrin-yoku just filling the room, the sounds of nature, and then the guided meditation. It was really great. So, yes, so grateful for the community that we have. Grateful for all the people that came and helped with the setup and the takedown. It was fantastic. So, yeah, Stephanie was there. Glad you could enjoy that. Yeah, isn't Shinrin-yoku amazing? We had a couple people share testimonials, and the Shinrin-yoku testimonial was incredible. This woman has had such a hard life. Abuse, death, just some awful things have happened to her. And Shinrin-yoku has been an incredible support on her journey. So grateful for doTERRA, grateful for a forest bathing blend. I've been trying to do some forest bathing myself with working outside in the trees as much as I can. But now I can do it all day and night with diffusing the forest bathing blend. So it's amazing. All right, well, let's jump into some coaching. So go ahead and raise your hand if you've got any questions, any goals you want to talk through, any blocks that are coming up, anything that's getting in your way as you think about what you want to create in doTERRA and what might get in the way. So Delmar is asking, can I share the guided meditation? So here's what's super cool. doTERRA apparently is providing all of those assets on the Shinrin-yoku page. So let's just do a handy dandy Google search and see if we can find it ourselves. So Shinrin-yoku. There's an education course, there's an ebook, there's a PIP, product information page. So they mentioned this last night, that there is a meditation on the page, but I'm not seeing it. Does anybody else know? I know that the video assets that I was talking about are all in the digital marketing kit, I believe. So let's check that too. And see if we can sleuth our way to the good stuff. For a friend, reclaim your health. Got the English folder, host, event materials. Wow. Yep, it's totally right there. Okay, so I'm going to share my video and show where it's at. Okay, so you go to doterra.com/DMK, and that takes you to let's see, the first page. Oh, it takes you to this page. So when you first hit share doterra.com/DMK, this is what you see. Then you click on reclaim your health, and then it'll ask you the language. And so you double click on English, and here are all the assets. So if you click on event materials, here are the PowerPoints, the printable assets, the booklet, and the videos. So it was this video right here, forest bathing visualization, that you can just download and enjoy anytime, anywhere. So it was so great. still haven't figured out how to how to have a cool video with my meditation, because I always close my eyes during the meditation. But anyways, it's a great tool and a great asset. Okay, looks like Leela is raising her hand. So Leela, I'm just inviting you to join as a panelist. If you want to accept that, then we can bring you on live.
Hello.
Hello, friend. Welcome.
I know I am a new advocate, and I'm just sort of jumping in head first after convention. And I have my first live teaching event coming up on the 15th. And then I also have connected with 2 stores actually. And I did ask my upline, but she actually didn't know what the status is with the affiliate and how best to. So if I'm I'm feeling like maybe I'm not in the right place in terms of, it seems like you wanted potential blocks, questions, and
Yeah.
this, but maybe the affiliate question is more of logistics, and you could just point me
Sure.
to who I could speak to about that, and whether that, I know that was a trial, and so I don't know where that is and how I could offer that as an option for the 2 people that I have in mind. And one seems open to it. I just didn't have enough details to share with her, and whether she would have to be an advocate first or how that works. So if you were willing to share anything you knew about that, I would be grateful.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, congratulations on having your first class set up and getting some stores involved. That's fantastic. I love that you're taking your passion from convention and your momentum and just moving that into real action. So that's fantastic. Let me just share a screen. So if you go to doTERRA's website, they have a whole page on the affiliate program.
Okay.
And basically it's pretty pretty straightforward. There are lots of Q&As. In terms of benefits of the affiliate program over the refer a friend program, I don't know of any clear benefits so the way I've understood it, the affiliate program would be really good for influencers, or I guess you could use it for a store that they just want to do a kind of a one-off sell, and they're not really interested in doing the long-term support of these customers, right? Like doing a wellness consult, doing a inviting them to build the business, right? So the refer a friend program, though, I believe would have the same benefit. So if anybody has any enlightenment on this topic, feel free to chime in the chat. My understanding is, the store could be a customer and then use their, or a wellness advocate, it doesn't matter. And they could use their refer a friend link and get all the same benefits. The cool thing about refer a friend is I know it gives you some flexibility around where those people are placed. And I don't know that that's the case with the affiliate program. So I apologize that I'm not more knowledgeable about the affiliate program.
That's okay. And well, maybe you could clarify, because I know as an advocate, I have a refer a friend link, but I thought my understanding was that I don't use that. My wholesale customers use it. Or do you as an advocate use the refer a friend link as well?
So either person, either a customer or a wellness advocate, can use their affiliate, their refer a friend link.
So I can be sending that out.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize that. For some reason, I had in my mind at the leadership when they launched that it was not for use for advocates, that it was really for your wholesale customers to spread it that way. So that's great. I can definitely realize that.
Yep, totally. I think the reason they focused on the customers is because historically, so back in the day, this is probably more information than you need, but when doTERRA was starting, they had a customer account, but it wasn't very advantageous. And so everybody signed up as a wellness advocate. We called it IPC at the time, but everybody was a wellness advocate. And so people would start sharing, and then they would start getting like a little fast start check here, a little check there. And it really got their attention, and it was amazing. So all these baby sharers really created a lot of stable growth in the company. And then when the FDA letter came in 2015, we created a new type of customer account that was exactly the same as a wellness advocate account. And so the majority of people now come in as customers, but those customers can't share. They don't get an affiliate link. They don't get a, we didn't have refer a friend until that was launched. And so that's why we focused so much on the customers, was because that's kind of what we lost in 2015. Well, I think we might have created the account in 2016, but it was right around that time. So that's why they talk so much about the customers, but either one can use them. So,
but using them as an advocate, that then they aren't directly becoming a wholesale customer because you're getting the doTERRA dollars when a new customer uses the referral link. So it is a different way of enrolling.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just reading through the comments here to make sure I'm not speaking wrong information, but the cool thing that you get as a wellness advocate in the US market is the link generator. So you can create, enrollment links, you can create shopping carts. There's all these cool ways to promote doTERRA. And the cool thing about the link generator is then the people come in to your team, and you can, I guess in my strategic mind, I would choose the link generator over the refer a friend.
Yeah.
Just because there's more long-term benefits.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I mean, that was sort of my understanding. And so I wasn't necessarily utilizing that, but I see the benefits for wholesale customers in order to help build that out. I suppose in line with that, if you're still okay with chatting with me.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around the idea of a store. And so say she is an advocate, but she's not interested in really building out the business as of yet, but purchasing products with their LRP for in-store items. Would there then be something where I would make a QR code for the back of each product, or she could get emails, so that then I can be the one that supports anyone that purchases an item in the store?
Sure. Yeah. And that really is.
Has that been done before?
Yeah. And that really is the best setup for success. Is, if they are going to be enrolling customers, someone needs to support them. And so if you can play that role, then that's the ideal best outcome. So the way I understand it, if somebody, let's say Susan decides to come in as a customer, and she uses her refer a friend link to bring people in, because she's a customer, she can't have a downline, right? So the people that she enrolls, the people that Susan enrolls, they actually come in beside Susan in your tree. And so they would show up next to Susan. Does that make sense?
Yes, no, I do understand that. Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to figure out how. It looks like there's a woman in the chat that says she.
Yeah, I'd love to hear other people's
Sure. So
experiences.
maybe I don't want to take up too much time in terms of the logistics of it, but I'm, just as a newcomer, I feel like I'm either missing pieces or I just want to go in clear on what,
Sure.
and it's not really just about stocking the shelves with product because that doesn't,
Yeah.
I mean, it creates volume for that one person under me, but to access anyone that purchase an item, there needs to be some other piece that can connect one of us, either her or me, or
Yeah.
her through me, to continue that support and the network aspect of it.
Yeah. I think you've got your strategy set up right. That they come in either as a customer or wellness advocate. They use, if they're a wellness advocate, I would just have them use their link generator link.
Yeah.
And then they could start getting long-term benefits. My understanding with Refer a Friend is there's only benefit for the first, was it 60 or 90 days?
First order, I think, was what I thought.
I know it's at least 30 days. Maybe somebody can help us out with the time frame. But that's the cool thing about the link generator is they can get long-term benefits. So if that customer keeps buying, they keep getting some commissions. But yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, Tim is saying 60 days. So that's what I remember too.
Great.
Awesome. Well, congratulations and best of luck in your class coming up and working with those stores.
Yeah, thank you. And I appreciate this platform. I'm really excited to drop in and just be more active and a part and jumping on my steep learning curve.
I love it. I love it. That's right.
Thank you.
There's a great community here and we're here to help.
Thanks.
Okay, and also be sure to go back and read through the comments. Lots of people have had experience or have answers. Becky, her parents have a store and they sell doTERRA products. And so that's a great resource there. Somebody is saying the link to the affiliate page isn't working. I wonder. I'm not sure what's wrong with the link, but it's working for me. Anybody else have an issue with that link? Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, who else has a question or a thought? October 4th call. Oh. Oh, she's talking about a different link. A link for an October 4th call? Okay. Well, feel free to raise your hand. Yeah, the affiliate program is still, I wouldn't call it full-blown live. My understanding was if you came to leadership, then you could participate, but it's not a kind of a staple program yet. It's still in beta. Yes, and Delmar is saying it's you're earning 10%, right? I don't know if this is Paul or Delmar. You're earning 10% with the affiliate program. So it's not as rewarding as the other programs. Yep, great points. Okay, so Terry is raising her hand. So go ahead and accept to join as a panelist.
Hi, Andy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
We are great. So I am so excited. We had our Reclaim Your Health event on Saturday, and I can't thank you enough for all of your wisdom and kindness and push to do that. I just wanted to share, I learned so many lessons from it. And I just would like to share some of those lessons and ask you how to go forward. Can I do that?
Please, absolutely.
So going into the week right before Reclaim Your Health, I only had about 40 people on Eventbrite, and I was worried. I didn't know how to get that extra 50 people there. And some of my doTERRA people got really busy and weren't able to help me get people to the event. So I actually secured a spot on the radio to talk about the Reclaim Your event, and that scared me to death. But I kept hearing you and Tiffany saying, you can do this, you can do this. But I just want to say that because other people weren't able to do it, made me step up and made me do harder things. And that was huge for me personally. And so doing an event like this, even though I at first didn't believe I could do it, when I reached down deep and, taking the information from these calls really helped me to do it. And so I just, and now I have she wants me to come back for an hour-long program, which scares me even more, but it just opened up doors for me to do what I really needed to do. And it was because I was committed to getting those 90 people there. So.
Wow. Congratulations, Terry. Well done. Way to feel the fear and do it anyways, as we say, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. I kept hearing you guys say those things and do those things. And so I just want to share, don't be afraid and don't be discouraged when others don't do what they say they're going to do. Just do what you can do. And we had about 73 people at our event. It was wonderful. I learned, we brought out so many other doTERRA groups in the area that were discouraged and, kind of facing some of the same things that we were. And so I didn't get the enrollments or the contacts as far as enrollments and new people on my team, but I made good friends and realized that there's a lot more doTERRA people in my area, and I was able to serve them and their family and their people, and that's what you and Natalie and Laura Jacobs and everybody do, because you've served me. Even though I don't make money for you, you have served me so many times. And so I was able to be grateful that I was able to serve others rather than checking off 40 enrollments that I was really hoping to have. So,
well, it starts with the events, right? That's a really primary goal, is building that community. And it sounds like you're doing that beautifully.
Well, I just wanted to thank you. And right now I'm concentrating on I probably had 8 people there personally, and that is huge. I just am working with them, but I didn't want people to give up. Like in the middle of this event, I kind of gave up and I came back on you guys' call. Well, I listen to you guys every Wednesday, but I just listened with the grateful heart, and I just know that so many lives were benefited, not because of me, but because of doTERRA. The product and everything they gave us is just unbelievable. And so I'm now trying to get my heart back to where I think I'll be able to go do that 1-hour radio show.
I love it.
And those types
That's
of
exciting.
things.
Well, it sounds like you've planted the seeds and you've created the like I said, the team family, or if you will, the community to really run with. So I would just stay in touch with that community and keep doing live events and keep gathering. People are starving for connection. We are wired for connection. That's who we are. So Great job making it happen. We're so proud of
Well,
you.
thank you very much for your help.
That's awesome. So that's super inspiring. We could all take a lesson from you, Terry, on feeling like we're not having success, feeling like it's not working quite like we want, and then pushing through, being creative, believing, and then making it happen. So that's fantastic. And some of you have or will be doing Diamond Club. Same thing. There will be hard times, there will be hard days, and you'll be faced with that choice. Do I believe? Do I keep going, or do I quit? So it's a daily, it's a moment-to-moment choice of choosing to believe. So powerful. All right, who else has a question or a block? Anything you want to talk through? Looks like Bobby's got a question for you, Terry, about your event. Linda's asking, what do you suggest when doing a vendor event? I could have a QR code for my refer a friend link or my shopping link, but then that can be confusing wearing the whole show area. So here's my 2-minute spiel on expos, vendor events, anything like that. The opportunity and the challenge that comes with those vendor events is you have such a short window of opportunity to connect with people. So when the people that I've seen have the most success, they don't delay anything, right? It's so easy to say, hey, I'll get back with you when I'm hosting a class, or I'll get back with you, go home with my business card. Here's my link to enroll. Any can that you kick down the road, you will lose so much of the momentum that you have while you've got them right there. So what I've seen work best is to pack as much into that experience as possible. So I've seen Natalie teach a mini class in 5 minutes and get them to enroll right on the spot. We have lots of team members who do the same thing. Even if it's just signing them up with, 1 or 2 products. It doesn't have to be a big kit. Like, just go for some kind of commitment. Sometimes we like to think of us buying 1 or 2 products as people just buying their samples. It's a great way to just get that conversation going before they learn more and maybe enroll with a kit or buy the kit. So a lot of people think, oh, I've got to have flyers, I've got to have business cards, and I just got to get those in as many hands as possible. You can. The problem is those people are going home with a bag of 50 or more business cards and brochures, and it's so easy for yours to get lost in the mix. So I found that it's 100 times more important for you to get their information than for you to give them your information. So we have lots of ways to do that. A lot of times we do giveaways at a booth or an expo. Sometimes it's a diffuser, or it's some kind of support product that's not the actual doTERRA product, because we don't want to cannibalize the volume that could be created by selling actual product. So we'll have a drawing form. Maybe it's just a small little paper that they fill out with their contact info, and then we ask a few questions. What's your top health concern? How big of an issue is it? And then we ask questions like, would you be interested in hosting a class with doTERRA and for getting some free products, right? Because the fact that they're filling out a form to get free stuff means they're interested in free stuff. So leapfrog on that and have that on the form, if just a checkbox if they'd be interested in getting more free stuff by hosting a class. So then you can do a randomized drawing. Some people do like lots of giveaways. They might do a drawing every, once an hour. And then the follow-up is so critical. After the event, you got to make sure that you're hitting those people same day if you can, next day, if you can't, if you have to wait. But it's just, it's so important to do follow-up, because within a few days, they've forgotten half of the people they talked to. So just the fortune is in the follow-up, especially with booths and expos. So that is my 2-minute spiel on how to maximize booths and expos. Obviously, you can have a business card with your why can't I think of the name? The link generator link. To me, that's more useful than the refer a friend. But I mean, I guess there's ways to make both work, right? It just depends on what your long-term strategy is. But if you're going to be giving that away, you might have it be a requirement that they fill out the drawing form before you give them your card. Because if they walk away with your information, the chances of them reaching out to you are like 1 in 1,000. But if you have their information, then you know that you can reach out to them, and you control the follow-up. You can do it once, you can do it 5 times, you control the follow-up. So great question. All right, Ruth is raising her hand. Let's invite Ruth to come in as a panelist.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hi, welcome, Ruth.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I have a good friend, and her husband passed away from cancer 1 month ago. And she's been really, really overwhelmed. And she came to your event last night, and that Shinrin Yoku experience, I could tell, was very healing for her. It was awesome. The whole event was wonderful, but I was really grateful for that. I know she is too. So
I'm so happy to hear that.
yeah, she's excited to get some, and maybe the whole kit. But
Fun.
I have the opportunity to go to the Holy Land next week with the tour group. There will be a number of my relatives there. In my, I just have the plan to take all of the stuff for the Aroma Touch, and then, in the evenings, offer those to people. So a couple of questions. I know you guys traveled with, you guys took a trip over there.
Right.
If I ran into somebody over there that was interested at all, then.
Oh, shoot, I think we lost you. Let's see if I can bring you back in. So I think what you were going to ask was if people can enroll in Israel. And the answer is yes. Israel is an open market. They actually have a few diamonds in Israel already. Because so many of us presidentials were there in Israel, we decided to host a little event over there. And so it was really last minute that we threw it together. But I think they got I don't remember the numbers. I think it was like 500 people to this event in Israel. So absolutely, you can get people signed up. There's nothing holding them back. They can get their product shipped to them. They can get their commissions paid to them. Israel is a fully open market. So it's a great market. In fact, I met a couple of people during convention who are from Israel. So
Okay, yeah. Awesome. That's exciting. Thank you.
Yeah. Was that your question? What else?
Yeah. I know a lot of times Tiffany talks about where's your confidence in the product and the company, where's the confidence in yourself. And there is a big discrepancy there. And sometimes I realize that my confidence in the product may come across low because of my confidence in me, or even recommending something and trying to be compliant. So sometimes maybe I'm not as bold, but but also because everybody's body acts, differently. Sometimes I think, well, this hopefully will work for you. It can't, that type of thing. Can you help me with some mindset shift? And again, for this tour group there, I'll be there with, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 people. And I'd love to competently share other products in just natural ways. So just any
Sure.
tip in those areas.
Yeah. Well, I think the key when it comes to sharing with confidence is coming from a space of service, right? 99% of the time when people are hesitant or they're not quite confident, I find that their focus is on themselves. They're thinking, am I being too pushy? Am I going to come across salesy? Am I, what are they going to think of me as I'm sharing, or if I share? And the whole name of the game is we're here to serve. And if the focus is on them and their needs, then there's no reason to be worried about us or what their perception of us is, because we're just there to take care of their health issues, to help them with their life goals. So it's helpful for me anytime I get nervous or start thinking about what people are thinking of me, to remember that that's a selfish thought, that thinking about what people think of me is really self-centered and is not my life goal or life purpose. So there will be people who love you, there will be people who don't. That's really none of your business. Just being all about service and giving your heart to them in that moment is really the greatest gift you can give them. So obviously there's some great scripting all throughout the business building guide if you just need some really practical tips on how to share with people. That language is all written with great confidence. So great resource there. I would definitely bring that along and study it on some of those long flights or bus rides.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Have a great time, and we'll be sending you lots of love as you tour the Holy Land.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got some great conversation going about how people share their contact info, like continuing the booth and expo conversation. So I think it's Bobby who was saying that she shares her business card via text on her phone. That way she has their contact information right away, because I assume you share it through text. So the way I know how to do that is through your contact. And so when you're looking at your contact in, so you go to phone, you go to contacts, and then you go to your whatever that's called, your entry in there. You can go and share that through text. Well, you can share it through AirDrop, whatever, but if you share it through text, then you've got their phone number. So that's the way I do it. It sounds like Bobby uses an app for that. So yeah, there are lots of creative ways to do that. Okay, we've got Bobby raising her hand. Maybe she can enlighten us on what app she uses, because we've got some people who are curious about that. So Bobby, if you want to join as a panelist.
Hey there, guys. I
Hi,
just want to
Bobby.
let you know, yeah, so, my brain. I went to my 50-year high school class reunion the week before convention, and I learned something new from a classmate that I hadn't seen for 50 years. So if you aren't aware, a couple different things. An app called Blink, BLINQ, and it's so cool. And I was sharing it with a couple of people at breakfast at the hotel during convention, and many people around my table from other countries and states were going, what is that thing you're talking about? And it's so easy to create. And so I don't know where my phone is, or I'd show you, but I have it on the desktop on my phone. And you know, once you create that, it said create a widget, and I'm like, I don't know what a widget is. So I'm sitting on the plane Googling, how do I create a widget? So I figured it out. But the other thing is, I mentioned in the chat, my sister does a great job with creation. She used Canva, made a business card. I save it, I edit it, and create it for anybody and everybody that reaches out, is building a business and wants to share it to their text. Or I share it on a notepad on my phone. So if I meet somebody out and about, I open it, I say, here's my business card, just type in your number. Then I hit send, they've got my number, I've got their number. So that's how I do it.
Fantastic. That is super useful. Thank you for that information,
You're
Bobby.
welcome.
Dr. Christine is asking if the app is red. There's probably not too many named BLINQ. So be
It's
sure.
actually red and it looks like a double B.
Okay, perfect. Fantastic. It looks like Shelly posted a link to her online business card, if you will. So I'll post that in Facebook too, if you guys want to take a look at that. So that is that's using an app called Shuffle, and it's made by a company called Elify. So great resources there. Lots of creative ways to get in touch and stay in touch with people, right? Because we as in marketing and sales, the fortune is so in the follow-up. If you have a way to follow up with them, then you can make the magic happen. So be sure, whatever tool you're using, whatever method you're using, make sure that you get their contact info. That's crucial. Fantastic. All right, we had a question on Facebook. I think it's Gloria. She says, what are some suggestions for naming your events that's classier than the word class? I guess I had a play on words there. So I know that, and I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts here. What do you call your education events, your intro events? We have a big team that came over from Norwex, and over there they call them parties. So that's the language they use. Dr. Christine calls them a workshop. Yeah, so go ahead and chime in. Bobby calls them a spoil you. I love that. Great ideas. Okay. A training. Hope calls it a training. A personal wellness connection. Love that. Yeah, sky's the limit, right? A lifestyle event. Ooh, that's good, Hope. Thank you. Some people do the Pamper Me events, or what do they call the spa ones? Spa night? I think it's called a spa night. Stephanie says that people on her team are having a surviving the zombie apocalypse event this week. That's classy. I love that. Table Talk Thursday, Thriving Thursday, Wellness Wednesday. Ooh, I love that. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. So many creative, clever ways. Vicky on Facebook calls it an intro to wellness. Love that. Spa life. Ah, yes. Spa life. Lunch and learn. Great. Yep. There are no limits to what you can create. Bobby's asking if anyone here saves their classes to YouTube so they can go and see it. So if anybody does have a YouTube class or just a recording of their class, go ahead and share those in the link. Somebody was also asking earlier, when I was talking about the expos and booths, that Natalie sometimes teaches a class in 5 minutes, they'd love to see a recording of that. I don't have that, but I do have, we had a professional class filmed and recorded, and we posted that at sharesuccess.com/class. The whole thing is not 5 minutes, but it's probably, I'll bet you could plow through it in 20 minutes. So I've posted a link to that in the chat. Also, some of you know that Amy Fulmer, one of our new leaders who came over from Norwex, she is doing a fantastic job appealing to the early and late majority in her classes. And so she has a recording of her teaching that class right here. So I'll put that in both chats, and you can go check that out. Yes, we used to do just a standard natural solutions class, and we could fill a room. You know, we could get 10 people in almost every class. And nowadays, we find that those are harder to fill just calling it a class. So I love all these ideas. I love how Amy is using lots of research, lots of statistics. If you were to look at her PowerPoint, it's mostly statistics. You know, I come from, you know, pre-picture world. My background is graphic design, and so that's what we would use. And so, anyways, really fascinating to look at what she's put together. Yes, Amy Fulmer. So, all right, we have a question in the Q&A box. Dr. Christine's asking, should I contact compliance to make sure my booth vendor display is all good? In the past, I haven't. Does anybody know? I know that there is a process that you can go through. doTERRA is happy to review your materials if you want to just make sure everything's squeaky clean. So if anybody has that information, go ahead and post that. It could just be compliance@doterra.com is what I would try first, but if anybody has more specific information, go ahead and put that in the chat. All right, and then we've got Leela raising her hand, so let's bring her in. And tell me how to pronounce your name. Is it Layla?
Leela.
Leela.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you. Okay, this should be a quick one. Thank you again for having me.
For sure.
I was trying to sign up actually family in Australia, and I thought the process was to, again, fill the cart with what they wanted and then send them the link generator. But then I wasn't sure because the US site and the Australian site is different, but the Australian can access US products. So would you just, I don't know if you know the best way forward to enroll them initially, and whether that locks them into a US purchasing only or how that works. But the easiest thing would be for me to create that new member enrollment with the items I know that they want. But I feel like I thought that might not work.
Yeah, great question. So we are spoiled in the US because we do have the link generator. I think Canada might have it, but no other market in the world has that yet. So what's cool is we can create a shopping cart and we can send that to any other market and they can use it to enroll in their market. So basically when they go to check out, it'll ask them which market, which language they're in. And then after they choose that, it'll tell them which products are available in their market. And if the products are not available, I don't know if it keeps them in a separate cart or what it does. So I don't know the exact answer to that question, but I do know, oh, Andrea is saying that Germany has the link generator too. That's great. I know that doTERRA is trying to get it everywhere, but the cool thing is it's not going to force them to have a US account. It's going to let them have a market and a language specific account based on where they're located. So yeah, it's pretty slick. It's going to be even more slick when everybody has a link generator and everyone has the same cool shopping cart. That's coming. I know the folks in IT over there, and I know how hard they're working. So, but yeah, Shelly is saying she signed up her their son in Australia through the US shopping cart, and it came from Australia, the product did. So
Okay, great. Yay, thank you. That's so lovely because
yes,
me being able to create that as a new enrollment certainly is my preference. So
yeah.
lovely. Thank
So
you.
not every market has every enrollment kit, so just be aware of that.
Yeah.
So just, you know, make sure to do some follow-up with them about if they're able to get that kit from their market. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, great
Great.
question.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us this week. There was a question from Dr. Christine about if we could share the link to buy the recording for the Global Rank Retreat. So I'll go ahead and post that before we wrap. And so there is the link to that in Zoom, and here's the link in Facebook. So you can still buy that. It's only $10. We had some people ask, is something wrong here? Because it's only showing $10. Yes, that is a screaming deal to get that whole recording for $10. But jump in and take full advantage of that. We had an amazing lineup, powerhouse presenters from Laura Jacobs to Rod Richardson to Seth Risenmay, Amy Fulmer. Like, we had such an incredible group. So take advantage, go get that. Thank you all so much for joining this week. Best of luck to you as you launch October, launch Q4 with your individual goals and connecting with your tribe. So the link I just posted, Alstrom's, there it is. It's a Ticket Taylor link. So thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.